let's go paddleboarding. I haven't been paddleboarding for a couple of weeks now, since my last video. It's just not been the right weather. It's been really stormy recently, but it's super hot at the moment. We're in the middle of a heat wave. It's, I think, about 30 degrees, so perfect weather for paddleboarding. I finished work early today, so let's go. I'm going to see if I can get to Beely Lock because it's usually a bit quieter. I think there's going to be a bit of traffic on the way, so let's just see how that goes. But come with me, we'll go through the setup, we'll go back getting on the board and we'll see what we can see today. So I've just made it to Beely Lock. It is super, super warm. So I'm going to pump my board up in the shade. I've parked next to another van. So there's a nice shaded bit here and I'm under a tree as well. So that should be okay to pump it up here. It's not recommended to pump your board up in the sun, especially if you've then got to go and walk to the water because the PSI will increase with the heat. So it's definitely not recommended to blow it up on the hot ground. And so I'm in the shade, it should be cooler here. I'm going to pump it up in the shade and then take it over to the water and pack my dry bag. So I'll show you what I pack. I haven't brought any food with me and I am a bit hungry, so I won't be on the water for that long. Now this is something I mentioned in my last video, but it's so important when you're pumping up your paddleboard to make sure that the valve is set to inflate. Otherwise you're going to go through all of the effort of pumping up your board, which if you're doing it manually is hard work. You're going to go through all of that effort and it's all just going to come pouring out as soon as you take your inflation tube out. So just make sure it's set to inflate. It should have a little diagram either in your manual or on the board. Mine has it on the board. It's up for inflate, down for deflate. So you see this green zone here on the gauge. When you get to 15, your board is perfectly pumped up. So at the moment, it's hard, it's solid, it's pumped up, but not enough to go on the water. So you need to make sure you're in the green zone on the paddleboard at 15 PSI, which is hard work if you're pumping it up manually. So as you can see, the gauge is now at 15 PSI. So we're all good to detach it. And I'm going to show you what I meant by making sure the valve is pressed for the inflation and deflation. So you've got an inflate and a deflate mode. So in here you've got a valve which will make a very loud noise like that. When this is pushed down, it's very hard to do. When it's pushed down, your board is going to deflate. When it's on the up, so you press it to go down, you press it again for it to come up, then you can inflate your board. Otherwise, when I took that out just then, all the air would have come rushing out and that wouldn't have been very fun because I just spent 10 minutes pumping it up. Then you want to make sure that your cap's back on, get your ankle strap or your waist belt for safety. I'm going to pop all this back in the car. So I want to go through my dry bag quite quickly because I don't want my board sitting out here in the sun. I have a puncture repair kit that I don't know how to use, but it's good to have on me, I guess. Sun cream, water, a juice, a phone pouch, emergency medications, a t-shirt, also a towel, but that is underneath my board at the moment. When it comes to the paddle, it should come in two different parts. You've got the long end and you've got the end with the actual paddle on it. Simply clicks in. So as you can see, I am now on the water. What I tend to do is, hopefully if you could see, just plop my board onto the water once it's all loaded up with everything I need, and I just kneel onto it from wherever from wherever I'm getting in at. Sometimes I go straight to standing, but today I obviously have my camera that I needed to grab as well, so I didn't really want to end up risking falling. I'm crashing now because I'm not holding on to anything, but look at these dragonflies. So so pretty. Look how beautiful these ones are. This one wants to come and investigate me. I'm just trying to keep my distance because I don't want to disturb them, especially because you've got the babies as well. But I do need to get through there because I'm currently right on the edge and I need to get past them. I've just come from that way. So let's give it a try. Safely landed. So I'm now off the water. I've dried my board off the best I can with a towel, and I'm just going to deflate it and put it back in the bag, and then it just stays in the car until I want to come out again.